So today we'll be talking about the hip hinge. The hip hinge is great for anybody with low back pain. There's a tendency to bend forward just slouching rather than using our hips. So this is a really good way to train your brain what it feels like to be hinging from your hips instead of putting all of that stress into your low back. So you need a broomstick, a dowel, mop handle, someone wants to use a shower curtain rod, whatever you got, totally fine. Your 3 points of contact are your head, your upper back, and then your sacrum, the bony part of your butt. You want to maintain contact at all 3 points. So I'm going to have Sandra demonstrate what a lot of people do, which is they overflex their back and then the stick lifts off. That's a no. You don't want to do that. You don't want any space between your hand and your back. So demonstrating proper form, you'll bend and hinge at your hips, maintaining contact at all 3 points. The ideal is 90 degrees, but you may not get there. You really only need about 45 degrees to take tension out of your back when you're going from sitting to standing on a chair or in the restroom. Okay, so a couple of key points is you want to think about lengthening your spine as you're bending forward. Again, and I say this a lot, people think posture is a sort of back and forth plane, but it's really lengthening your spine that helps with a good posture. So as you're coming forward, think about your tailbone reaching back, your head almost sliding up the stick, lengthening out your spine. Bonus points if while you're here you can breathe down to your pelvic floor and stabilize after opening up your spine. Another thing people will tend to do is kind of feel awkward or like out of balance, like they're going to fall forward, they're not really sure. It's okay to bring your butt back toward the wall a little bit to give you a little ballast. Great. Good. So play around with it. You may not get very far. The first day you may only get a couple of degrees. Keep working on it. Keep training your brain that the way to bend forward is not by putting a lot of tension in your back, but by a nice hip hinge. So I'll see this a lot, especially with people with what we call hot disc or really active, intense low back pain, is they can't get in and out of a chair. But when I show them this, a lot of times it's like, wow, that did not hurt at all. So once you get good at hip hinging, you can practice sitting in a chair, maintaining contact at all 3 points. If you've got contact at all 3 points, you've got a nice neutral spine, and that helps a lot with low back pain. So practice getting in and out of a chair. It may feel very strange. The stranger it feels, the more likely it is that you are stressing your back every time you get in and out of a chair. So this is a great way to break that pattern of pain. It can also be used for desk posture. A lot of times I'll work with people, we'll do some different homework. Their posture is excellent when they're seated at their chair, but the problem is their work is here, so they'll tend to just collapse in, and you can see with the stick, whoa, that's a lot of flexion in the low back, not great for the neck. We want to lean forward with a neutral spine. So again, thinking of the stick, and you can even try this at your desk with the stick, once you have your good posture, you'll just bring that forward by hinging just at the hips. Again, bonus points for breathing, down to your pelvic floor and working on your stability.